Hey everyone, welcome back to another class. In today's class, we are going to deal with sexual reproduction. We are already done with the asexual reproduction, right? So let's see what is sexual reproduction. No need to write notes for this. I have copy paste from your textbook. So just understand and mark it in your textbook itself, right? Now, when two mature individual of opposite sex, now have you ever seen reproduction occur in male and male or occur in female and female? Nowadays, trend is going on something else, but reproduction to opposite sex में ही होगा, right? It has to be male and female always, right? Participate in a reproductive process involving the fusion of male and female gamete. That is the importance of sexual reproduction, that there will be the fusion of male and female gamete, right? Now the product of meiosis, इसका मतलब क्या है वो? The product of meiosis class, this sperm and ova which is formed, it is formed by the process of meiosis. Now we have already studied about mitosis and amitosis. What is meiosis? Meiosis is nothing but meiosis mostly occur in diploid organism. Meiosis occur in two steps: meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is your reductional stage. That means diploid parent will give haploid daughter cell. These haploid daughter cell will give haploid daughter cell. ठीक है? So in mitosis you will have only two daughter cell, but in meiosis you will have four daughter cell, right? और ये n/2 नहीं होगा, कोई भी अपना ज्यादा दिमाग लगा के n/2 नहीं रखेगा. अगर n/2 हुआ तो वो हिमांक बन जाएगा, है ना? तो n/2 हमको नहीं करना है, we have to make n, right? तो what is happening in the sexual reproduction? There is the fusion of male and female gamete, and due to this fusion of male and female gamete, there will be the production of new individual. For example, अगर हम human की बात करें तो zygote will be formed. But this male and female gamete, how they are produced? They are produced by the process of meiosis. About the spermatogenesis and oogenesis, you will study in 12th standard, right? Now this haploid gamete, when we talk about sperm and ova, they are haploid in nature. That means only contain half set of chromosome. Full set of chromosome means 46 chromosome will be there. So it contain only one set of chromosome or half set of chromosome, that we call it as 23 chromosome. क्यों 23 chromosome है? Because ultimately they are going to fuse to form 46 chromosome in the zygote. So how is your zygote? Zygote is diploid. Zygote is diploid, right? Now it is an elaborate process. We have already discussed this class. Elaborate है, complex है, slow है. Because of fusion of male and female gametes, sexual reproduction जो offspring होता है, it is not identical. Why it is not identical? Because we are taking two different gametes. Male का gamete अलग है, female का gamete अलग है. So due to that, what will happen? Variation will occur, right? Identical it will be formed in the asexual reproduction, which we call it as clone. But yeah, sexual में you will be having variation. Now how sexual reproduction occur in protozoan? So now when we talk about sperm and ova class, अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा था कि सेल का जो न्यूक्लियस होता है, ब्रेन होता है, that we call it as nucleus. But when we talk about the nucleus of gamete, sperm का nucleus and ova का nucleus, these are not called as nucleus. These are called as pronuclei. So nuclei of gamete, gamete is obviously your haploid, right? So nuclei of gamete we call it as pronuclei. So sperm के nucleus को हम क्या बोलेंगे? Nucleus बोलेंगे क्या? नहीं, we will call it as pronuclei. Ova के nucleus को हम ova बोलेंगे क्या? Nucleus बोलेंगे क्या? No, we are going to call it as pronuclei. Then what is gametogenesis? Gametogenesis is the formation of gamete. Now under sexual reproduction in protozoan, there could be presence of gametogenesis or it could be absent. Now, the important thing which we will see in sexual reproduction is your genetic recombination. What is this recombination and when does it occur? Do you remember we studied about the crossing over? Crossing over. So when the chromosome is coming from father, let this be the chromosome of father and another one is going to be the chromosome of your mother. So here during meiosis stage, crossing over will takes place, right? Crossing over will takes place. That means the mixing of gene will takes place, right? Due to this mixing of gene, what will happen? Recombination will occur. Recombination will occur. So first reason of recombination is your fusion of gametes. Other one is through meiotic division. What did I say? This crossing over will takes place in meiosis 1. That means in the stage of prophase. There are 4 phases in meiosis: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. That we call it as PMAT. PMAT. During prophase, we again have 5 subdivision, 5 substages. Under that, we have liptotin, zygotin, pectin, dikinesis, and diplotin. But we are not going to study that right now. You will study that in cell cycle. You just have to remember one thing, that in meiosis 1 under prophase phase, there will be crossing over taking place. This crossing over results results into recombination, right? It results into recombination. So that's why it is written meiotic crossing over during formation of pronuclei. So when the pronuclei is forming, meiosis division takes place, and meiosis division hota hai, so there will be crossing over. Now, the sexual reproduction in protozoa occur by two ways. One is syngamy, other one is conjugation. When we talk about syngamy, it is nothing but the fusion of two gametes. Then what is fertilization? It is fusion of male and female gamete, right? So here syngamy is nothing but the fusion of two gametes. It is of three types, that is isogamy, anisogamy, hologamy. Isogamy. Iso means what? It means same. Gamy means gamete. Okay, so fusion of similar gamete, same type of gamete जब fuse करते हैं, see fusion of gamete is called as syngamy. अगर gamete same type के हैं तो we call it as isogamy. If the gametes are of different type, then we call it as anisogamy. An means opposite of isogamy, right? So here you can see this is the sign for male structure. मतलब कैसे याद करोगे? यहाँ पे एक arrow होता है. Male does not have any direction, किसी भी direction में जाते हैं वो. It is just to remember, that's it. Okay, so किसी भी direction में जाते हैं तो ये male का sign है, and girls are always B positive, तो plus का sign है. So ये एक male है, ये एक female है. If you will see this structure, तो you can see they are exactly similar, size similar है, सब कुछ similar है. If you will see this structure, so both are flagellates, दोनों similar है, size भी same है and flagellates भी है, right? So when you are fusing the similar structure, that means similar gametes are fused together, we call it as isogamy. For example, monocystis. Now anisogamy में अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे मेल छोटा है, फीमेल बड़ी है. ऑलवेज फीमेल विल बी लार्जर एज कम्पेयर टू द मेल. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे तो ये तो छोटा है, ये तो बड़ा है, दोनों में फ्लैजिला तो है बट एक छोटा है एक बड़ा है. दूसरे में देखोगे कि एक छोटा है एक बड़ा है, ऊपर से फ्लैजिला एक में प्रेजेंट है, दूसरे में फ्लैजिला प्रेजेंट नहीं है. तो आर दे सिमिलर? नो, दे आर नॉट सिमिलर. सो we call it as anisogamy, the fusion of dissimilar gametes. For example, your plasmodium. Then what is hologamy? Holo means whole. Holo means whole. So here organism won't be able to produce gamete. Organism itself acts like a gamete. Okay, so your organism cannot produce gamete. So since it is not able to produce gamete, it acts like gamete. It acts like gamete and fuse together. See here, it is the fusion of two mature organisms which does not form gamete but behave like gametes and fuse together. For example, your trichonympha. Here in the picture you can see the one trichonympha, second trichonympha. They are going to act like a gamete and they are fusing over here, if you can see, right? And then completely fused over here अगर आप देखोगे तो, right? And then there will be the formation of zygote, right? Now, this is the table I spoke to you in class. You're supposed to draw this to remember it. Okay, draw the diagram also over here. Here you can draw male and here you can draw female. And isogamy, similar gametes are going to fuse together. Monocystis is an example and you can draw a male and female like this or male and female like this. Then anisogamy, dissimilar gamete. For example, male is going to be small, female is going to be large. Flagellate is there. Flagella is not there, right? Hologamy, the whole organism is going to act like a gamete and it is going to fuse together to form the zygote. For example, your trichonympha. Now, nucleus. So few new terms we have studied class. Sperm का, that means gamete के nucleus को हम क्या बोलते हैं? We call it as pronuclei. We don't call it as nucleus, we call it as pronuclei. जब भी fusion होता है ना class, तो सबसे पहले आपके nucleus fuse करते हैं because that is super important. पहले recombination हो जाता है, right? So सबसे पहले आपका nucleus fuse करता है. This fusion of nucleus, the union of pronucleus, we call it as amphimixis. Amphimixis एक process है जिसमें fusion of pronucleus होता है. तो देखो यहाँ पे स्पर्म का न्यूक्लियस को प्रोन्यूक्लियाई बोला, ओवा के न्यूक्लियस को प्रोन्यूक्लियाई बोला. These pronuclei are going to fuse together by the process of amphimixis. Okay, amphimixis. Here you can write pronuclei of one gamete, that is your sperm, then pronuclei of another gamete, that is your ova. They are going to fuse together, and this process of fusion we call it as amphimixis, and it is going to, after fusion जो form होगा, that we call it as synkaryon. That we call it as synkaryon. So nucleus of zygote, zygote का nucleus कैसे बना? After fusion बना है. Repeating myself again. Two pronuclei are there. Pronuclei are going to fuse together. This process of fusion we call it as amphimixis, and after fusion the thing which is formed, that we call it as synkaryon. Synkaryon, right? Now the next process is conjugation. Conjugation occurs in ciliates. Okay, for example your paramecium or Vorticilla. Now Wischermann is the name of the scientist. He defined conjugation. It is a temporary union. See class, conjugation अगर हम बैक्टीरिया में बात करें तो suppose ये एक बैक्टीरिया है, ये दूसरा बैक्टीरिया है. Here paramecium is unable to do reproduction but wants to do reproduction. तो अगर वो कर नहीं सकता है reproduction but उसको करना है तो क्या करेगा? Temporary union करेगा. So यहाँ पे अगर हम बैक्टीरिया का एग्जाम्पल ले तो ये दोनों reproduce करना चाहते हैं तो there will be temporary tube formation in between them. Okay, temporary tube formation in between them, and the genetic material will pass from one bacteria to another bacteria. Same thing will happen over here in paramecium. Paramecium में हम आपको याद है हमने पढ़ा था oral groove. So oral groove से they are going to fuse together. Oral groove से they are going to fuse together. Okay, और fuse together correct word नहीं है. Oral groove से they are going to form conjugation tube. Okay, तो यहाँ पे conjugation tube create हो जाएगी जिसकी वजह से यहाँ का material यहाँ जाएगा. Okay, now either of them material will be passed. Let's see what is written in your textbook. So Wischermann defined conjugation as a temporary union. क्या permanently चिपक जाते हैं एक साथ? नहीं चिपकते हैं, right? Temporary union between two senile, that means old ciliate who are not able to reproduce now but they want to reproduce it. Okay, old ciliate that belongs to two different mating group. For example अगर A paramecium मैंने लिया तो वो A paramecium के साथ ही conjugate नहीं करेगा. It has to go with the another type. For example B or C or D. Right, same type of organism, same type of mating type, same mating type will not be able to form conjugation. Difference होना चाहिए class, right? अब difference में I'm not saying that the bacteria will conjugate with the paramecium, right? It's not like that, right? So conjugation is a temporary union between two senile ciliates that belongs to the different mating group. For example, A will form conjugation tube with A. Did I say correct? A will form conjugation tube with A? No. They are going to form conjugation tube with other than A, right? Now, what for they are doing this? For exchange of nuclear material and its reorganization. When we studied in paramecium, two nucleus are there, that is macronucleus and micronucleus. Micronucleus में तो we do not have any problem because it divides through the process mitosis. Proper process होती है, genetically equal number of amount of chromosome is transported in the daughter cell. But when we talk about the macro, it occurs through the amitosis, that is direct cleavage से होता है. उसकी वजह से क्या होता है? Distribution of genetic material equally नहीं हो पाती है. So one of the daughter cell will get good amount of genetic material, other will not get good amount of genetic material, due to which what will happen? Chromosomal imbalance takes place, right? For that purpose what they will be doing? They will be doing conjugation. Now see here, it restores the vigor and vitality, that means physical health. Class, हमारी aging कैसे होती है? We have a chromosome over here, and then on top of the chromosome we have telomere. Basically whenever the cell is dividing, this telomere starts decreasing division to division, right? There will be a point when telomeres get ended. तो आप देख सकते हो अभी आप कैसे दिखते हो और aging होने के बाद कैसे दिखते हो. So if you are able to preserve this telomere, then never you will be able to see the aging thing, right? Now it restore vigor and विटैलिटी, दैट मीन्स फिजिकल हेल्थ. ऑलरेडी वो जो पैरामीशियम था रिप्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पा रहा था, ओल्ड था, उसको अपनी हेल्थ वापस चाहिए थी तो न्यू न्यूक्लियस चाहिए था. तो उसने क्या किया? उसने कॉन्जुगेशन कर लिया दूसरे पैरामीशियम के साथ. तो उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ? न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल एंटर हो गया उसमें. एंड नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन? न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल एंटर हुआ तो न्यू क्रोमोसोम हुआ, अच्छा खासा उसमें टेलोमर है, तो अगेन इट विल गेट इट्स फिजिकल हेल्थ बैक, राइट? नाउ व्हाई दे डू दिस? To balance the chromosomal imbalance which occurred due to macronuclei division, and that macronuclei divided with the amitotic division. Let's read the whole sentence again. sorry, it restores the vigor and vitality, that is your physical health, which are lost due to chromosomal imbalance in their macronuclei caused by the repeated amitotic division. So जो chromosomal imbalance हुआ था due to the amitotic division of macronuclei, to balance it somewhat, we go with the conjugation process. Unfavorable condition induce conjugation. So हमने unfavorable condition में और क्या पढ़ा था? We studied about the multiple fission, right? Multiple fission and conjugation occur during unfavorable condition. Now here you can see example. Can you see here कैसे oral grooves are forming conjugation tube here, right? And this is the mechanism shown over here. You're not supposed to draw this diagram. You're not supposed to learn about it. This is just to make you understand. Here the conjugation will occur, and here from here the nuclear material will be transferred. Okay, first it will divide. Here you can see all these mechanisms we will study in BSc MSc level. So it will divide through mitosis, then some will degenerate, and some will pass from one paramecium to another paramecium, right? So that's all we have in today's class. We are done with this locomotion and reproduction chapter. I hope it is clear to you people. Thank you very much.